Welcome. If you don't know who I am at this point, well then you are new to the channel obviously, so fogging up my visor. My name is MCM, Motorcycle Madness. I do anything and everything with bikes, motorcycles, skateboards, longboards, anything you name it, yeah. I enjoy doing a lot of stuff. Just however, things with motors and usually two-wheeled vehicles I like. So, as you know, I did show that I had a running bike. Well, that's no longer the case because right now it is in pieces because I have to pay for a lot of things to get the bike running and running right, so therefore it is not up and running now. I don't know why I have that visor down. I have a clear visor. I'm actually fogging up my my dark visor. Anyhow, right now, sorry, I'm looking. Okay. So for right now, basically what is happening is my bike is in the shop, in pieces, and I need a lot of work done on it. The ignition coils were literally falling off. There were no screws holding them in, so they were just sitting in their brackets that they were hooked in. It's got two frame tubes right here. Don't make any hand gesture jokes at me. It has a double frame over the top of the engine, and it's got two brackets that come out like that, and there's two screws that screw in this way to hold the ignition coils in the proper place. Well, on one side, both screws fell completely out, so it was just sitting in the bracket vibrating whatever it was doing, which is not a good thing. However, I've got a lead, and I talked to the guy that he is selling his bike, his brand new, barely just broken in bike. It has like 500 miles on it. This bike is he's going to sell this bike to me, and he said he's willing to take I think like 4,000 to 5,000 for it, but it's a brand spanking new bike that retails brand new at the cost of $14,000. They have a track model of this one that rockets the price from 14 to 17,000, which is just a fender eliminator kit and so on and so forth. So basically, this guy's got a brand new street bike. It's a super bike, and yeah, he's going to give it to me for like dirt cheap, pennies on the rocks, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to call it. And he only got it for like, I don't know how much he paid for it, but I think he paid full price for it. But he doesn't need the money, and he knows that my bike is not running, so what he's going to do is he's going to like basically sell it to me for dirt cheap, and he would be able to allow me to make payments on it. So what that means for me is I'll have a brand new bike, brand new, like 2012 brand new bike with 500 miles on it. So it's already broken in, so all I gotta do is just hop on and ride it like I normally would ride it, which at first is obviously going to be cautiously because it's a brand new bike. So that's the good news, and that's the bad news, all wrapped up in one big, good, gooey information setting. So, basically, recap, bike's in the shop in pieces, and I got a guy that's willing to sell me his bike for dirt cheap, way below retail, for brand new condition. And it's a super bike, so you don't see very many people on vlogging on cruisers. Like you see Dan Motovlogs, yeah. I think he's got a V-Star 650. But most of the people that you see are on, there's Suburban Delinquent is on a 600. I think on a GS600 or a 650, the SV650. I don't know. I haven't seen any of his videos in a while. Dan Do It With Dan. He's on a Honda CBR 1000. He also has a Triumph. I know he has a Triumph like an America, or yeah, he's got a Triumph. Something to do with the Triumphs. You see all of them on Honda Groms or Snowcat, the freaking KTM Super Duke 1390R. Yeah. So you see everyone on these street bikes, the super bikes. Also, Dan started on the 600, or Snowcat. Sorry, Snowcat started on the 600R, the CBR 600R, and then went to the Hyper Motard, and now he's got a KTM. So, yeah, that's kind of the story. I want to see his crash reveal, his crash footage, but. Yeah, so everyone starts out with a nice, not necessarily a nice bike, but they always start out with like, sport bikes. So that's what I'm going to be doing is and I'm not going to show it yet. Actually, no. I guess I will show you. But, well, okay, so the guy is trying to make room in his garage. So what the guy is wanting to sell is he's wanting to sell his Yamaha R1 with about 500 miles on it. So yeah, that is what is going to basically become my bike, is a brand new Yamaha R1 for like $4,000. Brand new. Oh, and also comes with radar detectors. However, radar detectors generally only know, like if you get hit with the radar and your radar detector goes off, that means you're kind of screwed. So, anyhows, that's basically the gist of it. Is if you don't know what an R1 is, here's a picture of an R1. And this is the bike that I'm going to see about picking up. And if I do pick it up, then you're going to see it. And once you see it, that's going to be my mainstay vlogging bike, and I'm just going to be riding around on that thing. However, there is the it gets cold, really cold. It snows, and it snows a lot in some places. So therefore, you don't have much of a riding season. And if you looked at your calendar recently, oh, I don't have a watch. Yeah. Oh, here it is. It is Monday the 19th. So here, correct date, it is September 19th. So because today is September 19th, that means it is getting extremely cold in the mornings. It is getting colder during the day. Well, it's not getting as hot during the day, so it's obviously getting colder, which means that it's going to eventually get so cold where you're not going to want to even ride the bike. Plus, when it gets cold, there's also the chance that it's going to snow, which then you don't want to take a 1000cc super bike out into the snow. Yeah, the water, yeah, it's fine, okay, because they have water tires. But you don't want to take it out in the snow because it just doesn't work that way with super bikes. So basically the story goes, I'm getting an R1 more than likely for dirt cheap, brand new, and that's what you're going to see me riding on while I get my 250 fixed and restored. So seat, tank painted. It's going to be a restoration. which then means that it's going to look good and nice, and it's going to be super cool when it's done, and you'll see some of that as well, but later on. So until the next time I see you guys, I hope you guys give this video a like, because then it will show that you want to see me on an R1, and I'll be more apt to buy the R1. But then also, it's going to allow me to know if you like the R1, and so I can actually grow, you know, and get more people into the channel, and I can grow as a person and as a channel and community on YouTube. So until then, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, you know what everyone says. So until the next time I see you, I'm gonna be peacing out. So.